There's only one place on Disney property where you can get signature dining, breakfast, with character, great food, a view of everything, drinks, and just an amazing, amazing time.
Is this the best restaurant in Disney World? We are about to find out.
Come with us as we eat both breakfast and dinner at Topolino's Terrace here at Disney's Riviera Resort.
Woohoo! I hope you guys
Right
are
here.
hungry.
I'm very hungry.
We have a lot to eat.
Starving.
All right. Alrighty friends, so we are here at Disney's Riviera Resort. We are here for breakfast, and luckily I have already checked into the My Disney Experience app. You can go and it will give you a notification that you can check in 20 minutes before your reservation, and then it's time for us to go eat with Mickey and our friends a la art. A la carte? A la art? A la art. Alright, so the restaurant is actually located on the 10th floor of the resort here. Advanced reservations are highly, highly, highly recommended, if almost a requirement. I have never really been able to find a last minute reservation for this one, but don't lose out hope. Keep your eyes peeled. Breakfast a la art with Mickey and Friends is a super fun character breakfast where Mickey and his friends are all different kinds of art. Mickey is a painter, Minnie is a poet, Donald is a sculptor, and Daisy is a dancer. And frankly, I have a good feeling about this one. I think you might even do a little dance with Daisy.
Now, the Riviera Resort takes inspiration from the European Riviera, and that is also evident here in the restaurant as well. You can see it throughout the paintings. In the resort, they added a nice little Disney touch with some Disney characters. It is a DVC resort, but anyone can stay here. If you're not staying here, you can use the Skyliner to get around to your dining reservation. Super easy to get to with that Skyliner access. You will also feel the European influence in the food, in the character costumes, and the overall atmosphere of this restaurant. So super fun atmosphere here, very nice vibes. Overall, it's a little bit, not super casual, but it's a little bit elevated, so it's a very fun atmosphere, and it's gonna be a very fun breakfast. All right, and we are here at Topolino's Terrace, Flavors of the Riviera, for character breakfast. This is called Breakfast a la Art with Mickey and all of his friends at the Riviera Resort on the 10th floor. We are very excited to be here today. I have not done this character breakfast yet, but both Emma and Dustin have, so we are very happy to be here. This restaurant is open for breakfast from 7:30 a.m. to about 12:15 p.m., and then it changes over to dinner service from 5 p.m. to 9:30 p.m., which we will be back later this evening to give you a glimpse of both. Just like the entire resort, this restaurant is also inspired by the European Riviera, and you can see that in the details, such as this chandelier made to look like pasta noodles, but also Topolino means mouse in Italian, and that's what they call Mickey Mouse. So Topolino's Terrace is Mickey's Terrace. All right, here's our first spread. We've got it all. We've got a lot of things we want to try, and they're also introducing the characters right now, so this is fun. But so here we've got mimosa, we've got a Bellini, we've got an old fashioned for Dustin, and a Bloody Mary for Miss Emma.
They accidentally brought us the mimosa, so that's
Yes.
why we have four.
We didn't order
We did
this
not order
many.
4 drinks.
But it just happened, Disney magic. And then we've got our cute, very cute bread and pastry basket. It comes in a paint bucket and this very cute butter knife that is a little paintbrush. But we've got a whole bunch of different pastries in here. We've got muffins, we've got croissants, we've got different kinds of spreads, we've got butter, we've got hazelnut, we've got jam. So I'm very excited. I'm
So hungry.
Me too.
I cannot wait to eat some awesome breakfast.
So let's eat.
All right, so I'm gonna start off with the chocolate chip muffin and the hazelnut spread. That's really good. It's delicious, it's chocolatey, it's moist. And then the hazelnut spread reminds me a lot of just Nutella, but maybe a little bit creamier. Like you can tell it was made in-house. Overall, that's pretty good. And I'm dropping it on myself.
All right, and I've got a croissant with the butter. That's really, really good. The croissant is really nice and flaky. All of these pastries are made in-house, and you can very much tell. The butter, really delicious. Can also tell very carefully well made. It's almost got a little bit of like honey to it, almost like sweetness. Love this.
All right, so I'm gonna do the apple crumble cake for breakfast. Not a lot of apple. You want a box? Lots of cinnamon, lots of good flavor. It's like a dessert appetizer before breakfast, so I'm excited for that.
Okay, I'm gonna do one more bite just because I really want to try this jam. Okay, honestly, I should have started with the jam. That is so good. It is a light strawberry jam that you can tell is made in-house. There's lots of big chunks of strawberry in it, and it melds so well with the chocolate chips in the muffin. It's like eating a chocolate-covered strawberry. Yeah, that's what I should have done first.
For my drink of choice this morning, I went with the peach Bellini. Sounds very refreshing. I like peach flavors. I have peaches in my fridge all the time. This is my fun beverage for this morning. It's very refreshing. I love looking at the bubbles. When I was taking pictures of it, they were floating up to the top. So very good, classic peach Bellini. Nothing super special, but it's a nice touch to elevate a fun breakfast for today. So I'm a fan.
All right, so I got the Le Citrus Old Fashioned, and I'm super psyched about it because I'm a big old fashioned guy, and I haven't been back here since the media preview where I had breakfast and maybe stole some orange maple syrup to take home with me to make my own old fashioned. However, we came back to dinner that night and had all the drinks, and at the end we were talking with the beverage director, and I asked him, hey, could you possibly make me an old-fashioned with the orange maple syrup? They did, and it's been my favorite drink since, so I'm super excited to come back for breakfast again, and they actually have it on the menu. So cheers. Just a perfect amount of sweetness, citrus, you get that good maple flavor, and it's Buffalo Trace, so I'm not going to complain about that either. So great whiskey breakfast drink to pair with some nice breakfast meats. Just saying.
Before I chat about our Bloody Mary, we did get the Florida Sunshine, which is this restaurant's version of Pog Juice, the passion fruit, orange juice, and guava drink that is famous in Disney World and one of my favorites. You can actually get it spiked here. We did not. We went with it just traditionally, but just a pro tip, you can grab that here. And it's so good every single time. Fresh juice, really refreshing and overly sweet. It's perfect for a kiddo to try if they want a little special something, or even adults who aren't looking to drink. This is one of my favorite things in Disney World. Also, one thing that I think is amazing is Pog Juice and Florida Sunshine Juice is included here for your breakfast reservation. So even if you aren't sure about it, try it. It's included. For my adult beverage today, I did get the Riviera Bloody Mary, and it comes with an olive, bacon, and it's a spicy Bloody Mary mix inside. I have to say, Bloody Marys are my favorite breakfast drink. They are so delicious to me, so light and refreshing. I love tomato juice though. This one is really good. There is a spice mix in it. It's very subtle though. I really am not somebody who overly loves spice, and this is perfect for me. So if you're looking for something extra spicy, maybe ask them to add a little bit more. But for me, this is perfect and frankly, very refreshing. Finally, I'm going to be trying our accidental mimosa that we got this morning that comes with a lovely little strawberry on top. That one's actually, this is really nice. There's not a ton of overtly orange juicy flavor, but I prefer mine that way. If you like yours a little bit Prosecco heavy, this is going to be a really great option. It's just a simple classic breakfast, drink. There's nothing overtly special about it, but you know they can't mess this one up too badly.
For my entree, I decided to go with the quiche Gruyere, which is house-made pancetta, roasted potatoes, Gruyere, field greens, and a lemon vinaigrette. It looks amazing. Okay, this is really, really good. Very well-made quiche. The crust is light and flaky, and the inside is wonderful, just like you expect a quiche to be. Gruyere tastes really, really good. I go for sweet options when it comes to breakfast. I was also eyeing the French toast brulee, but I'm very glad I went with this savory option. I normally don't do that, but I'm very, very pleased. Those roasted potatoes are really, really good. Very good seasoning on them. Give them a little bit of spice, not like heat spice, but very well cooked. I could eat a whole bucket of these. I'm very pleased with my meal.
Alrighty, for my meal, I got the wild mushroom scrambled. It has spinach, plant-based eggs, plant-based sausage, and tomatoes. This is all plant-based. I was looking for a little something healthier, so we're gonna give it a shot. I did already cut it in half just to see what it looks like inside, and I'm very excited. First thing I noticed is that there are huge hunks of mushrooms in here, which I love. I love mushrooms, though it's a little bit tougher. It's not like, they're not too cooked, so they're not too mushy, but I like that. There's also a lot of tomato and spinach, just to add like a little bit to the egg. I think as a non-plant-based eater, I can tell that it's a plant-based egg. I don't mind that though. If you know that you like traditional eggs though and you're not a plant-based eater, I don't know that I would go for this one, but for a healthier option, this is really delicious. I probably will ask for like a little bit of hot sauce and maybe some salt, and then it'll be absolutely perfect. And also, let's try this sausage. plant-based sausage. That's actually really well seasoned and super flavorful. It's different than traditional sausage. It's a little bit chewier, a little bit more mushy. I know that's not the most tasteful way to describe it, but the texture is definitely different. Overall though, I really like this. There's a lot of flavor, and I think for one of the healthier options, I'm really, really happy with it. But if you're not a plant-based eater, wouldn't necessarily recommend. And if you are a plant-based eater, I wouldn't say go out of your way to get this. If you're eating here plant-based at the Riviera, Bar Riva has some amazing options for you that I think would be better suited and maybe a little bit more tasty as a plant-based option.
All right, for my choice, I went with the sour cream waffles. They sounded really good. I'm a sucker for a nice fluffy waffle. I do love the orange maple syrup, and you got to put that over everything and make it nice and sweet and yummy. But this is going to come with roasted apples, chantilly, and orange maple syrup, like I just said, and your choice of breakfast meat. All right, going to go ahead and dive into a bite with a little bit of everything on it. Make sure you get the fruit, the cream, the syrup, and the waffle. So super fluffy, nice balance, not too sweet. You get the citrus, adding all the ingredients together in one bite just makes it perfectly where it's not overpowered in one way or the other. And as for the sausage, let's go there. I love a good breakfast sausage. Caramelized on one side, it still has a good snap to it. I love it. I think if you want a little bit of balance of sweet and salty, that's the way to go.
Now we have been sitting here for a while, and I will say the characters come by a lot. We've seen everybody at least once, if not multiple times. So if you're worried about that and getting your money's worth for this character dining experience, you do not need to worry. They will come by multiple times, and they also do a little dance around the restaurant, and it's super cute, super fun. So you will see the character plenty of times. Do not worry.
We're going to take you outside to show you one of the best parts of eating at Topolino's Terrace. Okay, so here it is. We are outside on the terrace, right outside of Topolino's, and oh my goodness. Literally, I think this is the best view in Disney World. You look so perfectly Parisian, mimosa in hand.
I think I'm having a moment.
This is a moment. We actually got really lucky. There's not many people out here. There's seating. You can bring your drinks outside. You can come during your meal if you want. Hopefully tonight when we're back, we can check it out again and maybe be here during fireworks. There are lots of things you can see out here though. There's tons of other resorts. So right over here is the Caribbean Beach Resort. I can actually see the Skyliner is all the way over there. You can see it kind of flying in the sky. But I mean, it's incredible. I have actually spent hours out here before just hanging out, especially like later at night after a dinner reservation. It's just beautiful.
Topolino's, where you're on top of the world and you can see pretty much everything. And instead of enjoying all of this, you just do this after breakfast.
Yeah, honestly, after all we ate, I think I'm just gonna take my nap right here. I was gonna go home, but with this, why would I?
I think I just found my new favorite spot in all of Disney World.
Yeah, I don't know about you, but I'll see you in a few hours.
Yeah, you guys take your nap. Have a good night.
All right, so before we take our nap, though, we're not really taking a nap up here. You should never. I want to make that clear. Let's talk about breakfast. What are you thinking? How are you feeling? I'm stuffed.
Very stuffed. Overall, I love a character breakfast. That was my appeal to Topolino's. That's what I come for. Food was great. Food is a lot better than your average character meal. Of course, that does reflect in the price, but I had an amazing time, saw the characters multiple times, which is what I wanted, so I am very, very happy. This exceeded my expectations.
Yeah. There's a reason this is one of the hardest to get reservations, I think, in Disney World. I always search for this one on special occasions or something fun, and I have a hard time finding it. This food is so much higher quality than the rest of the character dining options that you can find for breakfast, and I think $49 for an adult with the quality of the food isn't that bad. Now, once you start factoring in drinks and everything, it can get a little pricey, but you get a nicer experience and the characters are fun, and you're gonna have lots of interactions with them throughout your time here. So overall, I'm gonna come back here every single time for character dining if I can help it. As far as food goes, I can't lie to you guys, I'm gonna dream about those chocolate chip muffins pretty much all day. Was that even my entree? No. But was that what I loved with the strawberry jam? Yes, it was. Luckily, that's included though.
Yeah, it's included. I will agree with you. That croissant that I had, amazing. I think it's probably the best croissant I've ever had.
Yeah, it was really good. And one thing I will say is we did not get the steak and eggs this time for breakfast, but the last time I was here and had it, it was arguably one of the best steak and eggs I've had at Disney World. Highly recommend. Because we had gotten it not too long ago, we decided to try something new this time. But if you're looking for something else and maybe something a little bit heartier, that is a great option too. Now I have to say, y'all, this is so nice. I think we should do it twice. I could be hungry in a few hours.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think so too.
No, just a second.
Boom!
Oh my gosh. Time
Dinner
for dinner.
time.
I'm starving. Are you guys hungry?
I'm very hungry.
So, it's been breakfast. We're kind of full.
No lunch
We're pretty
for
full.
us. Yeah.
Walked around a while.
Yeah.
I'm hungry again.
Back for dinner.
Let's eat.
Dinner
Let's
time.
get it.
All right, now during dinner, this restaurant is a signature dining experience offering fine dining with a distinctly magical flair. Guests are expected to dress accordingly in that attire, which basically means clothing should be neat and clean, in good condition, also no swimwear. This is a very sought after, highly recommended advanced dining reservation. It's very hard to snag, but there is a bar up here in the front, so that is first come, first served. You can order off of the menu and sit at the bar, take your drinks. You can even take your drinks outside. So this is an option for you if you don't have an advanced dining reservation, but again, it's very small, first come, first served. And you will notice how the atmosphere does change from day to night. Not big changes, very subtle, but lighting is dimmed to portray elegant vibes, and the chandeliers are very pretty even at nighttime. So overall, this restaurant has wonderful vibes. You can see out the window. I can see Tower of Terror. I can see Expedition Everest. Again, this is an amazing restaurant. For dinner, get ready to indulge in fresh seafood and meat dishes, handmade pasta, and decadent desserts infused with French and Italian flavors. This is signature fine dining, so it's going to be a little bit more expensive, a little bit more upscale, but it's going to be amazing.
Okay, so we are starting out with our full spread of appetizers. First here we have the burrata. It has black truffle oil, artichoke grapes, and a focaccia on top. Then we also got the slow roasted octopus with saffron oil, roasted garlic, and mint. And then finally we went with the escargot with butter, garlic, lemon, and parsley. My mouth is watering. I don't know about anybody else.
All right, we gotta start with the bread.
Cheers! All right, so they are giving me the pleasure of trying the burrata first. Cheers. That is so creamy and ooey and gooey, and it melts right in your mouth. There is such a nice garlic buttery flavor on the focaccia that balances so well with the creaminess of the burrata. That is wonderful burrata. That's probably the best burrata I've ever had. So do with that what you will. That is absolutely so flavorful and balanced. I'm gonna eat so much of this.
For my drink this evening, I went with the passion fruit whiskey sour. It's got Jameson whiskey, passion fruit, and lime. This sounds like a great drink to me. I do love a good whiskey sour, and so let's see how it tastes with passion fruit. I really like this. I think the addition of passion fruit is really nice, plus the lime. It's a step above of a regular whiskey sour. This is a good choice. Of course, it is a whiskey sour. I can taste the whiskey very much, so if that's not your style, this is not going to be your kind of drink. But if you like whiskey, give it a try.
All right, for my drink, I did get the French rose. So this is a vodka-based drink. There is actually a huge slice of grapefruit in there. This is really light, it's refreshing, and it's not overly sugary, which I really appreciate. I do think the main flavor is that grapefruit, and I think that's what it does make it so light and refreshing. Overall, really nice if you're looking for a sweeter drink, but nothing overtly sweet.
Alfred, our server, said that the Reviver number 2 is the way to go. The flavor profile is a lot more distinct and different, so I went that route. And what it is, just so you guys know, it is an anisette rinse on the glass with some Beefeater gin, Lillet Blanc, Cointreau, and lemon. So you're gonna get some citrus, some dryness with the vermouth, and gins are gonna have that juniper to it. So I think it's the juniper to it. So I think it's gonna have this nice, refreshing flavor. So let's see where it goes. Obviously, we talked about super citrus, super citrus, but very well balanced. So it's not super sweet, super dry, not refreshing like we like to say about a lot of stuff, but it is very well balanced, and I think it's going to pair very well with the meal. The burrata, I already know it's going to pair very well with. That creaminess with the dryness is going to be phenomenal. So if you want to go with the drink that's going to be well-rounded with some fats and oils through the meal, which this meal is definitely going to have, I would definitely suggest going with the Reviver number 2.
She looks really excited.
Let me preface. I've never had escargot before. So
This is a huge moment.
I don't know what's about to happen.
Okay, it is a tough scene here, folks. Here we go.
Yeah, I like it.
Oh,
Yes,
she
you
likes it! Huge day!
Okay, again, my first time having escargot really just tastes like a fluffy pastry with garlic and butter. Like there's really no snail taste to it, you know? Like it doesn't taste fishy, nothing like that. It's really good. I'm proud of myself for trying it. Try new things, be adventurous. We did it. So on to the next one.
Okay, I will say I tried one too, and as someone who does enjoy escargot, and this is not the first time I've had it, it is heavy on the pastry around it. There's not as much snail as if you're just traditionally eating normal escargot, but this one is really nice. It's very well balanced, and I think honestly this is a great first time to try it if this is the first time you've ever had it. This is a very nice, simple way that is overtly buttery and garlicky and not as scary as other dishes might be.
So with continuing with DFB tradition, I am gonna continue eating octopus where there is octopus on the menu. So we did the slow roasted octopus, and it looks super yummy and delicious. This is slow roasted. It's gonna have some sofrito. It's got a nice decoration of the crispy panisse with some saffron aioli, roasted garlic, and mint. So here is my nice, beautiful bite with a little bit of sauce and some octopus on there, and here we go. Very good, not chewy, nice, easy bites, great flavor, not too overboard. The sauce kind of takes over the flavor a little bit, but the sauce is amazing. So you're not getting full roasted octopus in there, so I'd highly suggest just trying a little bit by itself before you add the sauce and the other things to it. But very tasty. Like I said, it's excitingly not chewy because I was afraid it's going to be a little chewy. The sofrito's beautiful, nice and moist, love it. So if you like the octopus, you're going to enjoy it. Again, like with the escargot, don't be afraid to try something new because it will surprise you that it's not as scary as you think it is until you try it, and it's very delicious and very tasteful.
All right, and here's our full spread for entrees. First, we've got Emma's option, which was the sea scallops. I got a filet mignon, and Dustin got the, how do you say it?
Bouillabaisse.
Bouillabaisse. Seafood stew, we're learning today.
Here we go. I got the sea scallops. I'm super excited to try this. I will get scallops almost every single chance I can get, so I have high expectations. So first things first, the sea scallops are wonderful. They are nice and chewy. They are not too firm. They're not too tough. They're also not mushy, so they've been prepared very well. There's a great sear on top. They don't need much on their own as far as seasoning goes. I prefer the taste of sea scallops. So they have that nice kind of saltiness with the scallop. You know, it's not been overly seasoned. So those are really well prepared, really wonderful. And then the risotto is a English pea risotto, and it has a nice kind of snapback when you eat it. It is not mushy, but it's also not tough. It's just been very well prepared. And honestly, the pickled vegetables on top add a really nice acidity that balances out all of that kind of salty from the sea scallops and even from the risotto. Overall, this is a really delicious, light dish. I would get this again and again and again.
Now it's time to try the filet mignon. Also get a little bit of the mashed potatoes and the asparagus. Overall, great choice that I made. I'm proud of myself. Filet mignon, I got it medium rare. It is very medium rare, so, you know, take that with a grain of salt. Melts like butter in your mouth. Not quite enough to where I could cut it with a fork. I still had to use my steak knife to cut it.
Boy, did she try.
Yes, I tried very hard to cut it with my fork, but it didn't work. So, but even still, very great piece of meat, very flavorful, very buttery.
All right, so my turn. I went with the bouillabaisse. So the bouillabaisse is the best choice because I get a little bit of the red snapper, the branzino, the clams, the shrimp, the squid, the mussels, a little saffron roll, but all the fishes are in this, and it is such a great place to save some bread for, by the way, just so you know. But I'm going to try some of the fish for you, and I'm going to go stew style and actually enjoy a bunch of bites all at once because I like to mix it up because they're all in the sea together, right? Super tender, super flavorful. The red snapper is the main point of the dish, so you actually get a nice big chunk of the red snapper in there, which comes across nice and full, good bites, nothing's chewy, super just encompassed with flavor. I will say the shrimp, be careful because the shrimp still has the tails on it, so don't go straight in for the shrimp and go biting it. Make sure you detail the shrimp. And the mussels and clams fall right out of the shell, so it's super easy. You can pull them right out, super tasty, and you get the bread with it to soak up all this amazing flavor because this broth is just phenomenal. I mean, the fullness, the saltiness, everything with it. If you like seafood, don't stop at all the singles. Take it all in together. This is it right here. Take the stew, take it all in one bowl. It's phenomenal. Definitely go with the bouillabaisse.
All right, and part of the appeal of this restaurant is that it is currently 8:59. So fireworks are going to start in 1 minute. And you can come out here and you can watch them. And not only are we going to see one fireworks show, we're going to see 2, possibly 3.
So a lot of things just happened. We were casually having dinner, we were chatting away, having a nice old time, and then we realized it was 9 o'clock, and oh my goodness, we're gonna watch not one fireworks show, but 2 fireworks shows from what we've already said is the best view in Disney World.
We even saw Fantasmic.
We even saw a part of Fantasmic. I mean, where can you go and watch all of these shows at the same time? Nowhere but Topolino's. And also, where can you go and have a lovely, beautiful, nice drink while watching said fireworks with your friends? Not many places. So we got to do that. We were having our nice midnight drink. That's what it's called. It's not midnight, just to let you know.
To midnight, yeah.
To midnight. Now we're going to have dessert, but I think Dustin feels pretty passionately about these, so I want to let Dustin talk to you about these.
I am a sucker for an espresso martini. However, folks, this is not an espresso martini. This is a whiskey Kahlua espresso cocktail. This has the Uncle Nearest 1884 small batch whiskey with a dash of Kahlua, espresso, and cream, and you're getting that slow, sweet burn of the whiskey mixed with the espresso, cream, and sweetness. This, however, may be my new favorite cocktail of all time.
All right, and now it's time for my favorite part of any dining experience, and that is the dessert. So we got 2 desserts to share among the 3 of us. First, we have the vanilla and citrus creme brulee, which is cherry compote, strawberry foam, sugared beignets, and chocolate meringue. This is very good. I've had this one before. I actually had it a couple months ago when I came here with some of my friends. Very good. Excited to eat it again. So this is the warm chocolate cake, which has caramel center, chantilly, and raspberries. And it also has ice cream, but we no longer have ice cream because we ran outside to go watch the fireworks and left our dessert sitting here. So ice cream is melted, but it's still going to be amazing. Yummy.
Get it.
Cheers. I think I'm speechless.
Oh.
It's really good creme brulee.
That good?
I almost want y'all to try it because I'm scared I'm like building it up to be something that it's not.
Oh, don't worry. I had this back a couple months ago.
It's wonderful.
It's great.
So my initial thoughts, it's not, we've had it for a minute, so the top is not crispy, so there is like kind of that missing aspect of like a traditional creme brulee of like breaking the sugar, but it melts in your mouth. It is such a nice creamy custard, but then the raspberry foam on the side adds like a nice tartness that balances out the creamy custard. And then the white chocolate just adds kind of like a nice sweetness back into it all. It's so well balanced. It's overtly creamy without being overly sweet, even though there's, of course, caramelized sugar on top.
It is really good creme brulee. I love it. I do love the addition of the citrus flavors. That is something different. It's not super traditional. It's exciting. I will say, when I had this dessert a couple months ago, it was the 50th version, and it had a little 50 emblem on it. That was really the only difference. Very good. If you love creme brulees, you're gonna love this one. Try it with the citrus flavors. I think it's really good.
All right, here we go. Last thing of the night, melted ice cream, because I do love a little chocolate with a glass of milk, so it's perfect for me. I'm gonna get a nice little good bite of a little bit of all this softness here. If you're a sucker for a good lava cake, you will not be disappointed doing the warm chocolate cake here at Topolino's. Honestly, you're not going to be disappointed with anything that you order here, because this might be my favorite restaurant on property or on resort theme park property.
I can't lie. Oh my gosh. This is crazy. We've sat and talked about this for just a second.
Told you.
This is so good. It's so rich and it's so decadent. Melts in your mouth. He just said, you almost need a glass of milk with it, you know, like when you're little, like to cut through all of that sweetness. I love the creme brulee. I will get the creme brulee every time. Don't even think about the creme brulee. If you are somebody who remotely likes chocolate, absolutely grab that. I've eaten so much food, I'm stuffed. I have a lot of thoughts, but I want to know what y'all are thinking.
I'm a character person. I love character meals. I love meeting characters. That's part of the Disney appeal to me. So the food at Topolino's is amazing, both breakfast and dinner. If I had to choose between the two, I would pick breakfast just because of the character interaction. Honestly, the food is better at dinner. Like, I will say that. It is way better at dinner, but it's Disney. I want to meet those characters. I want to dress up like Donald and take a picture with him. Like, that's part of why I come to Disney. So I think for me, I would choose breakfast over dinner just because of the character.
I love that we are so opposite.
We're so different.
I know.
We're so different.
opposite.
I know.
Listen, I love the characters,
Yeah.
but I can find the characters in the park. I don't
Mm-hmm.
mind waiting in lines if I need to. However, I will say, if I'm going to meet characters for breakfast, this is the place I want to do
Oh,
it because of the food. So
absolutely.
I'm okay with doing that. But the dinner here is top notch.
Yeah.
I love the food. Since the day they opened to now, I don't think anything tops it.
I would come for dinner every day of my life if I could afford it. It's so wonderful, it's so high quality, and compared to prices I've paid around Disney World, I think the prices are fair for the quality that you're having, and it just feels more adult. This is a nice place to come if you're in Disney World, and sometimes when you are an adult and you're in Disney World, you feel the childlike happiness. That's a wonderful feeling, but sometimes you want to feel like an adult, and I think this is a great place to be able to do that. If you guys like this video, go ahead and like and subscribe.
Now go watch our review of Roundup Rodeo Barbecue and Disney's Hollywood Studios. See you there.
Absolutely. Come see me!
Bye.